Hi, my name is Sarah, and since I have a bit of extra free time right now, I wanted to share with you some of my favorite Energy Bite recipes and show you how to make them. Energy Bites are one of my very favorite things in the world. They are great for fueling on the go. I am in school studying to be a dietitian. I'm also a fitness instructor and small group trainer. So I have lots of those days where I leave the house early in the morning and I don't come back till at night and I'm go, 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 and I don't have time for lunch. So what I'll do is pack some of these in my bag and pop them between classes or between workouts, and they're just fantastic for an on the go. So, what we're going to talk about today is the salted peanut bar. It is only two ingredients other than salt. It's the easiest one there is, and it's Leanne's favorite. So this one's for you, Leanne. Super easy, two ingredients. First up, you're going to need Medjool dates. You can find these at Aldi. They're in the produce department. They are usually by the weight scale by the bananas. When I first started making these, I had no idea where to find Medjool dates, and nearly every recipe calls for them for good reason. Medjool dates have been called nature's candy. They're a natural sweetener, so they will not spike your blood sugar the way that an artificial sweetener will. Great for steady, sustained blood sugar levels, whether you're working out or just for everyday life. Okay, so Medjool dates, these are a staple in all of the recipes. Like I said, Aldi. Also, dry roasted peanuts, also at Aldi, unsalted, and then sea salt. They don't actually carry this fine sea salt at Aldi, but they carry it at pretty much any other grocery store. So that's all you're going to need. So what we're going to do is put 1 cup of Medjool dates into our food processor. Now, one thing I need to show you with the Medjool dates, you do need to pit them. So the pit is in here and you need to remove it. And don't worry, it's not nearly as hard as it sounds. Okay, so here at the end, do you see that little stem there? You're just going to pull that off, and then you're just going to break this open, and inside is the pit. Just take it out. Okay, these dates are super fresh. I just bought them this morning, so they just fall apart. Super easy ones. Here's another one. See? Now, if your dates have been sitting in the refrigerator for a little while, they might get hard and kind of crusty. That's fine. All you need to do is pour some hot water over them and just let them sit for about 5 or 6 minutes in the hot water. They'll soften right up and be good as new. So you can keep Medjool dates in the refrigerator for a very long time, probably, I don't know, a month. So it's something you can stock up on. Okay, so we need a cup of these, and just pat them into your measuring cup. Lightly packed, so don't push them in too hard, but kind of press them down a bit. 1.5 cups actually of these. 1.5 cups of the dates, the pitted dates, are going to go in here. Then 1.5 cups of our unsalted peanuts, and then 1/2 teaspoon of our fine sea salt. That's it. 1.5 cups dates, 1.5 cups peanuts, 1/2 teaspoon sea salt. It goes in our food processor. That's it. This food processor right here is a Black & Decker. It's a 10 or 12 cup. This particular one is about $35 on Amazon. So it is not a big financial investment to get a food processor. I do recommend using a food processor though. I tried to use a blender once and it burned out the motor. So go ahead, invest in a food processor. I use this 2 to 3 times a week. And just put the cover on, put it all together, and then just blend for about 3 or 4 minutes. You want your nuts and your dates to come together in a consistency that of dough. Okay. Then once that's done, I like to use an 8x8 pan, and I line it with parchment paper, and that makes it really easy when it comes time to take the bars out. They just come. You just pull the parchment paper out. Come out nice and easy, no mess. So you're gonna pat your dough into the 8x8 and just kind of smooth it out. Then I cover it with aluminum foil and I put it in the freezer for an hour or two, and that sets them. Then at that point, I put them in the fridge, and then you can leave them in the fridge for a week. And this is one of those recipes that gets better tasting the longer you leave it in. So 3 to 4 days in the fridge, they're going to be tasting really good. You can leave them in there up to a week. You can also freeze them and keep them at least a month in the freezer. So I've got a batch of these in my freezer right now. That's all you do. And then in the end, this is what they look like. I like to cut them into bars. Another option, instead of patting them into an 8x8 pan and cutting them into bars, you could roll them into balls and have these as balls instead. I like the bars, but that's entirely up to you. So there you go. 2 ingredients plus salt and a food processor. That's all you need. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back to bring you another Energy Bite recipe in a few minutes.